Welcome to Orlando, home of the University of Central Florida Knights. Tonight they face off against the Eagles of Eastern Michigan. This is Keith Jackson along with Tim Brandt, and we welcome you to another great Gamebreaker 2003 matchup.
Just look at these two teams, Keith. Eastern Michigan has a strong offense. This running game will drive any team crazy. Central Florida is a strong offensive football team. This team has a passing game that any coach would love to have.
Forecast calls for clear skies tonight. Perfect weather for football. Let's go down to the field.
Number 60 can't get all of it. Brought down by number 5. Fresh set of downs. The halfback on the carry. He burst the middle. The halfback rumbling and stumbling, as you would say, Keith.
The defense has got to hunker down, get lower, or they're going to be blown off the line of scrimmage all game long.
Handoff to number 13. He's got enough for the first down.
He made the defender look like he was in slow motion, didn't he? Big gain.
The Eagles from the 45-yard line. The quarterback going to the air. He got it! Gain of 31.
Well, the fleet-footed receiver flew past the defender, and there was nothing he could do but wave adios.
First down, Central Florida in a 4-man front. Number 8 scrambling. He brings it in for the score. Number 17 will attempt the PAT. And it's good.
Eastern Michigan, 7, Central Florida, nothing.
Number 17 kicks off. And he brings it out to the 4-yard line. Brought down by number 76. First down from the 23-yard line. Number 4 gets the carry. Brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
That's kind of like breaking your shoelace on the way to the prom.
Second down, Central Florida from the 23-yard line. Toss to the outside. Loss of 1 on the play.
He tried to turn the corner, but nowhere to run and nowhere to hide.
Third and 11. Number 17 drops back to pass. Number 9 tips the pass incomplete.
When this guy sets his mind and eye on you, you're covered.
Keith, he pretty much takes away half the field.
Well, it certainly helps your secondary when you got that one guy back there that you know and can trust to play one-on-one.
Number 26 ready for the punt. Off the side of the foot. Number 11 will make the fair catch at the 41-yard line. First down, the Eagles from the 41-yard line. The quarterback drops the pass. Picked off.
They thought he could squeeze it in, but they proved him wrong. Intercepted.
First down, Central Florida trailing by 7. Number 17 to the outside. Gain of 2.
The message for the ball carrier, Bring help when you come back to my neighborhood. You're going to need it.
Yeah, a whole lot of hitting out there now.
Back probably wishes somebody else was on the field.
Central Florida tries the outside. 6 yards there.
Who said offensive linemen can't run? On that play, they got their big butts moving to secure the perimeter for the little guy, and away he went.
3rd down at the 28-yard line. He takes the handoff. Tackled by number 76.
An offense that can't convert on 3rd and short, kind of like an old engine with no horsepower.
Number 26 in punt formation. Didn't get the distance he wanted. Number 11 will bring it in for the fair catch. Number 8 behind center. On the run. Taken down by number 9.
After a hit like that, a running back probably begins to wish he'd have tried for another position, maybe even another sport.
2nd down at the 48-yard line. They keep it on the ground. Heading up the middle. The halfback carries for good yardage.
The offensive linemen stand by themselves at the dance, but they're your best pals when they're working like that.
We're in the first quarter. Under 1 minute remaining. 3rd down at the 41-yard line. Number 13 on the handoff. Up the middle. Picks up 15.
The Big Uglies look a little winded after that long scamper, but they're happy because they made it happen.
Keith, the offense flat out had its way.
Beautifully executed.
1st down, Eastern Michigan at the 25-yard line. On the handoff. Not much there.
The defense pursuit was good. Ball carrier only manages to get a couple.
2nd down, the Eagles at the 21-yard line. The handoff. Charging up the middle. Gain of 12.
At the end of the first quarter, Eastern Michigan leads by 7 points.
It's 1st and goal. They'll run it. Number 6 makes the tackle.
It looks like they're content to chip away at the defense, a few yards here and a few yards there until they can find themselves in the promised land, and that's what football's all about, isn't it? Acquiring real estate.
Number 13. How about that? In for the score.
Talent plus execution almost always equals 6 points.
Boy, the big fellas gave him that hole, and he was through it.
Here for the Big Uglies.
Number 17 on the point after touchdown. He missed the point after.
Eastern Michigan, 13. Central Florida, nothing.
Number 17 tries the onside kick. Can't come up with it. Central Florida from the 48-yard line. The quarterback throwing on 1st down here. Picks up a couple.
Well, they're nickel and diming them. Short pass for the completion. Take what they give you.
It'll be 2nd down at the 46-yard line. The quarterback looks downfield, and the pass is complete near the 40. Down at the 41-yard line.
Somebody in the defensive backfield went to sleep. Nobody near that receiver. Broken play.
The coaches have to make some adjustments or this one's going to be over in a hurry.
Looks to me like they need to get more people in the box.
The quarterback looking downfield, brought in by number 11. He gets the first down.
Rare combination, speed, hands, toughness to venture into linebacker land for a tough catch.
Receivers can make the difference in a ball game, and he's doing it.
What you do with it after you catch it, you turn into a running back. That's why so many running backs are converted to receivers.
First down from the 30-yard line. Number 34 takes it on the handoff. Nothing there.
The Ice Packs are going to be in short supply in the training room if that kind of hitting keeps up.
They have got to get more up front from that running game.
Well, the running back's probably going to feel that hit till next Wednesday.
Second down from the 29-yard line. The quarterback going to the air. It's complete to number 4. Gain of 4.
That's a good job utilizing the running back in the passing game. You get a mismatch sometimes against the linebacker. It works big.
Third down, stemming, moving, 4-man front. Number 17 gives the play fake. He's got it. Touchdown. Number 60 sets up for the point after. The kick is good.
Eastern Michigan, 13. Central Florida, 7.
Number 60 kicks it deep. First down at the 20-yard line. They decide to run it. First the middle. He picks up 8 yards on the play.
The defensive line looked like they were on roller skates that time. They're going to bow their neck a little bit more.
Defensive front is just licking its wound after that play.
Well, the running game's going. And running game's not the blade, it hurts.
Number 13 on the carry. The halfback brought down after a nice gain. First down, Eastern Michigan from the 34-yard line. The quarterback drops the throw. Incomplete, intended for the wideout. Eastern Michigan at the 34-yard line. Eastern Michigan to take it to the air. Wide receiver pulls it down. Leveled by number 27.
A cover back with a sore leg is not too handy against speed burners like these.
We're in the second quarter. Under 2 minutes remaining. Eastern Michigan from the 47-yard line. He's got the pick. Cuts back.
Not so fast, young fella. You can't throw it in there. There's no room. Too many defenders.
The Knights from the 13-yard line. He's pushing it outside. Picks up a couple.
Hard to get leverage running sideways, but he was able to collect a couple.
Second down, the Knights from the 16-yard line. Handoff to number 4. Gain of 2.
If the defense can make a stop here, then the offense is going to have a short field to play.
The quarterback will pass. Can't connect. Number 26, back deep to punt. Oh, what a gorgeous punt. And he brings it out from the 24-yard line. He's wrestled down. First down. Eastern Michigan just outside the 40. The halfback gets the carry. Number 29 on the stop.
The big uglies up front deserve the credit for that pickup. That's good blocking.
Four-man front. Here's the carry. Heading up the middle. Now he's over 100 yards rushing.
They had their man in position, but position and a boatload of faith won't make the tackle for you.
You've got to be able to run, block, and tackle on this level.
And you have to do it with some purpose. You can't just go out there and run around looking for somebody to hit. You got to know who to hit.
He takes the handoff, charging up the middle. He's making his presence felt. That's his 5th tackle today. Under center, second down. They keep it on the ground. He bursts the middle. Picks up 12.
Partner, I know you were a defensive man in your day, but even you could have made it through that hole. At the end of the second quarter, Eastern Michigan 13, Central Florida 7. Central Florida is still in the hunt. They just need the offense to put together some first downs and get some points on the board. Fans have gotten their money's worth in this one, I think, Tim. I think this game is going to go down to who makes the last mistake.
Number 34 starts out from the 42-yard line. Four down linemen now. The quarterback drops back. Number 76 tips it away, incomplete.
This Warrior will cover your best receiver and then come up and butt heads with your biggest fullback. I mean, he's a dandy.
The Knights at the 49-yard line. Number 4 on the run. Short pickup by number 4.
He burrowed up the middle, holding the football like it was his baby sister, but he only got a little bit.
Third down from the 47-yard line. Back to pass. The 17 finds his man in the middle. They'll move the chains.
Key third down conversion there. Receivers spread themselves more and found some room.
First down at the 20-yard line. On the handoff. He's been unblockable. That's the 5th tackle so far.
He went down where the heavy hitters hang their hats and was able to grab a couple, but that's all.
Keith, plays like that won't get you many points.
Coaches like to bang it, and bang it, and bang it. That'll soften them up. They think it pays off the fourth quarter.
Second down, the Knights just inside the 20. The halfback. He didn't get anything.
The defense has to keep gambling. You got to keep on guessing.
Third down, Central Florida from the 18-yard line. The quarterback with the play-action play. Number 17 looking underneath, incomplete.
A good idea, but the road to Hades is paved with good intentions, they say.
Field goal team takes the field looking for 3. The Knights cut into the lead with 3.
Eastern Michigan 13, Central Florida 10.
Number 60 kicks it. First down, Eastern Michigan at the 20-yard line. The quarterback back to pass. Number 24 with the pick.
You can't turn it over and expect to win at this level. That was a poor decision.
Partner, the defender baited him into that throw.
They just suckered him right into it.
First down near midfield. Number 17 takes the toss. Gain of 7.
In this day and age, you recruit speed, and more speed. And on that play, offensive speed won. Don't coach speed, just aim it.
The handle. The safety brings him down.
The defense had its hackles up, got some penetration, held him to a couple.
Third down, the Knights at the 39-yard line. They'll run it. Keith, they can't stop the guy. 5 tackles on the day.
You know, Tim, when the big uglies don't do their job, the back hasn't got a chance. He becomes a turkey real quick.
Defense stepped it up a notch there, huh, partner?
Maybe the offense ought to try to get up on top and do something there.
Can't keep it in play. Touchback. First down. The halfback takes it on the handoff. Number 13 brought down after a couple.
Got a man down on the field, Tim. It could be a cramp, could be a serious injury, but let's take time to see what it is.
Number 8 back to pass. Number 8 throws a rocket. And he's tackled for the first down.
Lining up across from one another is just simply a matter of the best man wins.
We're in the third quarter. Under 2 minutes remaining, the Eagles from the 45-yard line. They decide to run it. Bursting up the middle. Number 10 tackled for a nice pickup.
This program wants to give you a headache running the ball up the middle. After that play, you need a bucket of aspirin.
Boy, nothing like great offensive execution.
Yeah, that's true. But there's nothing that helps an offense more than bad execution by the defenders.
The quarterback back to throw. Number 8 throws a strike. Gain of 36.
They love this kid out of high school. And after that play, easy to see why.
He's a player. He's able to stretch the defense where it doesn't want to go.
Well, he's able to run the sideline.
First down, Eastern Michigan leading by 3. On the draw, backing up the middle. Blasted, number 33.
They gave him a small crease. He turned it into a gaping hole. Barreled through it for a big gain.
Eastern Michigan with split backs. Number 10 takes the handoff. Keith, some guys have a nose for the ball. 5 tackles for him today.
The offense has done a good job getting down here, but the field gets pretty small when you get down here.
Number 8 under the center. Going to the air. Quarterback sack.
They knocked the offensive lineman back off the line of scrimmage, went through the gap, and smacked the quarterback right in the face. A crowd on their feet at the start of the final quarter. Eastern Michigan leads by 3 points.
Eastern Michigan had their way through the air the last quarter. We'll see if they can keep that up. He gets all of it, and it's good.
Eastern Michigan, 16, Central Florida, 10.
Number 17 sends it into the end zone. He starts out from the 1-yard line. Wrestled down by number 41. Here we go, 1st and 10. Central Florida passing on this play. Over the middle, incomplete.
It is easy to say they ought to concentrate on the running game because the passing game is not working, but I don't know if they can run the ball either.
2nd down, the Knights from the 21-yard line. The quarterback back to throw, and the wide receiver snares it. The wide receiver brought down for the first.
That's a good call by the coaching staff upstairs. They saw the hole in the defensive secondary on the previous plays and waited for the opportunity and then cashed the check.
1st down, Eastern Michigan going with a 4-man front. Number 17 going to the air, completed near the boundary, gain of 3.
Well, that's just a great football play. The defender got in his shirt, did everything he could do without fouling him, but the receiver still caught the ball.
Second down, Central Florida near midfield. Handoff to number 34. The cornerback hauls him down.
He stuck his nose in there and was able to get a few.
Defense crowding the ball, not giving him a whole lot, playing great defense.
Well, change it. Go back to the drawing board. Spread him out.
Third down from the 45-yard line. Number 17 drops the pass. The tight end pulls it in for the catch. 10 yards on the play.
You want a signal caller capable of taking the game on his own shoulders on any given play. And that's what they've got right here.
First down, the quarterback all set now. The quarterback looks downfield. Complete to the tight end. Gain of 10.
The coaching staff knows this kid has the tools. They're just waiting for him to make plays like that on a regular basis.
First down, Central Florida from the 24-yard line. Number 17 drops back to pass.
The passing game has failed them lately. If they had enough run to advance the ball, then it probably would help the passing game. Could win the game for them.
The halfback on the carry. He just stoned him.
A simple game, really. No blocking, no yardage.
Third down, the Knights from the 25-yard line. The quarterback going to the air. Incomplete.
The front four sold out, brought the pressure, and the quarterback could not squeeze it in for the completion. It'll be 4th down.
Can't knock it through. No good. First and 10. Number 8 looking downfield. What a great catch by the wide receiver. He's tackled, but he's got the first.
The defender looked the wrong way, went to sleep. Receiver went right by him and made the big play.
Set up in a 4-man front. Here's the carry. Reverse in the middle. Gain of 5.
Well, it's a proven fact, Tim, that football is a collision sport. Good example of it right there.
Second down, the Eagles at the 45-yard line. Number 10 gets the carry. Charging up the middle. Stops at the 38-yard line.
The defense has got to hunker down, get lower, or they're going to be blown off the line of scrimmage all game long.
First down at the 38-yard line. They keep it on the ground. Bursting up the middle. He's making his presence felt. That's his 5th tackle today.
You don't want the big fellas ahead of you in the food line, but you do want them in front of you when you got the ball.
The defensive tackles and ends have got to do better than that.
Well, let the big fellas have at it.
Eastern Michigan from the 30-yard line. Eastern Michigan to take it to the air. Intended for the wide receiver, incomplete.
The defensive line bailed the secondary out there. The receiver opened, but the ball was deflected at the line of scrimmage.
Some guys make plays even when they're being blocked.
That's true.
He takes the handoff. No shot.
Tried to bust him between the tackles, but wound up with a whole lot of nothing.
The Eagles at the 29-yard line. On the handoff, he bursts the middle. He picks up 13 yards.
Close to a ton of beef made that play possible. Great job by the big guys up front.
The quarterback under center here on first down. Number 10 on the run. Taken down for a loss.
After swapping paint in the trenches, that defensive bunch reared up and stopped him.
I know this is the kind of football you love. That line of scrimmage right now is a war.
Blood and blood. Gun line. Big ugly. Sickle.
Time is just ticking away, and they're using the clock effectively. Number 8 drops to throw. Outside, incomplete.
If he keeps dropping the passes like that, he may be playing on the other side of the football.
Third down, the Eagles from the 17-yard line. Touchdown!
Great play on both men's part. The receiver just out fought him. At the end of it, came down to 6.
Number 17 will try to tack on the point after. He splits the uprights.
Eastern Michigan, 23. Central Florida, 10.
Number 17 kicks it long. So he'll bring the kickoff out from the 5-yard line. Number 9 on the tackle. First down, Central Florida at the 26-yard line. They'll run the toss. Loss of 3 on the play.
Man, that back had a half a flat tire and a missing motor on that one.
Second down, nickel package by the defense. They'll stop the clock with that spike. Third down, Central Florida from the 24-yard line. Number 17 drops back. Can't bring it in.
The defensive backs are all over the receivers. The quarterback's been under constant siege. It's been a very good defensive effort against the passing game.
A little play action here. Over the middle, incomplete. Eastern Michigan stops him on 4th and gets the ball back.